Alright, how is everybody doing today? Welcome back to another video, and today what I have for everyone is my full review of the SoundPEATS Mini Pro HS truly wireless Bluetooth earbuds. Now, I've been using these earbuds for a good amount of time, and I feel like I've gathered all my thoughts and opinions on them, and that's what I'm going to share with everyone today in this video. So hopefully by the end of this video, you guys and gals know if these truly wireless Bluetooth earbuds are actually worth picking up, and whether or not I recommend that you guys and gals pick them up. Alright? So without further ado, let's jump into the video, and hopefully this video helps everyone out. Let's go. Now, starting off here, the first thing I want to talk about with everyone is the overall build quality and design of the earbuds themselves. Now, build quality wise, these bad boys are built out of a combination of texturized plastic, glossy plastic, and nice metal aluminum materials. And I gotta say, in terms of the build quality, SoundPEATS has done a great job. This combination of build materials accomplishes two things. It makes the earbuds very lightweight and very comfortable for extended listening sessions. And also it makes it extremely durable as well. So the overall build quality, in my opinion, is top notch, and the overall design is really good overall. Alright, now me myself, I don't have a problem with this design, but I did take these earbuds on vacation, and I was asking different people how they feel about this design. My brother, some people on vacation that were there with us, and a lot of them were saying they're not a fan of this design because this portion of the earbud digs into their ear canal. Now, me, myself, these earbuds are just small enough to fit in my ears without problems, so I actually didn't have that issue. Thus, to me, the overall design on these is really good, but I can see the complaint that everybody was voicing. The overall design, however, as I said, is top notch. So talking about the build quality and design of these earbuds on the whole, I would have to say the design again is the build quality again is top notch, and the overall design, in my opinion, is really good. Okay? Now, moving on, let's talk about the core features of these earbuds. And core feature wise, these earbuds are really good, and SoundPEATS actually was able to put in a lot of features into a very tiny package, but let's run it down. So core feature number one, these earbuds support Bluetooth 5.2, not the latest and greatest, but a really good, almost modern version of Bluetooth. And I gotta tell y'all, spoiler alert, the Bluetooth on these is actually really good. Now, it does have a standard range of 10 meters or 33 feet, so was kind of bummed to see that. But connectivity wise, Bluetooth 5.2 is really good, and I didn't have any issues. So that's core feature number one. Core feature number two, these bad boys do support IPX5 sweat proofing and water resistance. Now, it took a bunch of research to find that out, and I actually ended up posting a question on the Amazon questions forum to find the answer to that, because I looked at all the promotional material, I looked at all the user manuals, I checked out their website, I checked out their Amazon storefront, and I could not find that. And I was like, man, it would really suck if these earbuds have no waterproofing, especially because with their size and design, you kind of think they'll be perfect for using in the gym. So finally I gave up, and I was like, man, let me just post a question on Amazon and see if some of the other customers can help me out. And thankfully, they did. They did reply back, and then I heard back from SoundPEATS directly, because I guess the question I asked was a common question being asked. But these earbuds do support IPX5, so they are sweat proof and water resistant. Now, that's not the best waterproofing I would have liked to have seen on these, but it is better than just straight splash resistance, and it is sweat proof, meaning that these will work out perfectly in the gym, and I did test them in the gym and I didn't have any issues. So that's core feature number 2. They do support IPX5, sweat proofing, and water resistance. Okay? Core feature number 3. These bad boys do support high-res audio with LDAC support, and they do have some really good 16 I think it's 16 nanometer drivers, if I'm not mistaken. 10 nanometer drivers. Yes, I remember now. My bad, y'all. Y'all know I don't have any notes in these videos. It's 10 nanometer drivers, and that's supposed to do 2 things. That's supposed to make the overall audio experience really, really good for listening to music and movies, but also that means that they're supposed to have some really good high quality microphones in here as well, which they do. So these bad boys do support high-res audio, that's core feature number 3, and they do support 10 nanometer drivers, which deliver some really good sound, which they do. That's core feature number 4. Core feature number 5, these bad boys have 3 microphones in each earbud. Now, I do not for the life of me know where those microphones are located. That might be 1 there. That might be 2 right there. I'm not entirely sure, but I do not know where the 3rd one is. But each earbud has 3 microphones on board for a grand total of 6. And that does give them the ability to give some really good overall microphone performance. I'm going to expand on that later. But i.e., spoiler alert, the microphone performance on these is top notch. But that's core feature number 5 right there. They do have 3 microphones built into each earbud. Okay? And my last core features and 2 of my favorite, core feature number 6. These earbuds can be used in true stereo mode, both earbuds together, and true independent mode, 1 earbud at a time. Now, that's one of my absolute favorite features, and I always feel compelled to point that out when earbuds don't have that. I feel like every earbud nowadays should have the ability to be used together as well as separately, okay? And these earbuds do offer that feature, which means you can hyperextend the battery life. Alright, and the last core feature, these bad boys do support a companion application, and the companion application is packed with a lot of really good features. We're going to go over the companion application along with the Bluetooth button controls later on in the video. But that goes over all of these 7 core features on these earbuds. And as I said, I feel like SoundPEATS did a great job packing in the features that they did. All right, now let's move on to some other categories. Let's now talk about the overall sound quality, the volume, and the bass on these earbuds, right? Now, sound quality wise, I have to say these earbuds are top notch. There was little to no distortion on the high or the low ends of the volume spectrum. So that was really good to see there. Volume wise, I have to say these earbuds are top notch as well. They got more than loud enough for me to drown out my surroundings so I can fully immerse myself in whatever I was doing, whether that be listening to music in the gym or binge watching my favorite TV shows or movies at home and around the house. And yes, I did do that a lot. I was scared often in the gym because with these in my ears in the gym, a lot of my friends from the gym would come up and tap me on the shoulder, and these bad boys were so tiny that they didn't realize that I had earbuds in my ears. And even further still, my granddad got quite the kick out of this, but my granddad is notorious for walking up on me when he thinks I'm not doing anything, even though I do have earbuds in my ears a large majority of the time, but he can't see it. So every time he could walk up on me and scare the hell out of me, it actually makes him laugh something fierce, okay? And he tells me all the time, I'm too jumpy, but he doesn't realize that I'm always doing something even though he can't tell. So yes, okay, these bad boys in terms of volume are top notch. these bad boys in terms of sound quality are top notch. Now, talking about the all-important bass, all right? The bass on these are really good. Now, I did not tweak any of the profiles. I did not use the special LDAC mode, the high-res mode, because that killed the battery life. In my testing, I used these earbuds in normal mode because I wanted to maximize the battery life. And in normal mode, I would say the bass is really good, but it's just missing a little bit of extra punch. Now, the companion application that we're going to go over later does give you the ability to change the different EQs and make your own EQ, but I didn't do that. I just used these earbuds in the mode that they came in out of the box, and based on that, I would have to say the bass on these, for what I used them for, was really good. Okay, so overall sound quality on these, top notch. Overall volume on these, top notch. Overall bass on these, really good. All right, now let's move on to some other categories here. Up next, let's talk about the overall mic quality on these. And again, as I alluded to earlier, the mic quality on these is top notch in my overall opinion. Any and everything that you could do with some earbuds in regards to the mic, I did. Okay, so and in terms of my usage, I am what you would call an extremely heavy user. So a lot of phone calls, whether it be regular phone calls or video phone calls, a lot of dictating text messages, a lot of dictating emails. And I got to tell y'all, the overall microphone performance on these, or i.e. the mic quality, was top notch, and I didn't have any issues. All right, no issues whatsoever. Especially when you pair up these earbuds with a smartphone that's geared towards having mic performance that's second to none in the Pixel 6a. This combination right here, just the Pixel 6a and these earbuds, was beast mode. But even this combination of the iPhone 11 and these earbuds was also really, really good. Okay, but overall, the microphone performance on these was top notch indeed. Now let's keep it moving. Up next now, I want to walk everyone through how you would pair up these earbuds to your devices. Now, I do want to point out these earbuds cannot simultaneously, I can't say that word today, simultaneously pair between two devices to be used at one time across two devices. You're going to have to use these earbuds with one device at a time. But I am going to walk you through how to pair up these earbuds to your Android device using a Google Pixel or your iOS device using the iPhone 11, and the steps themselves are basically the same. They just look a little bit different depending on the OS or operating system that you're using. All right, so let's get started. Now, the first thing we want to do is make sure we prep our devices. So let's do iOS first. So you want to wake up your device. Let's use our face unlock. Let's unlock this bad boy. Okay. Then you want to swipe down from the top right to bring up your action center or your quick toggles area. Then you want to tap on the Bluetooth one time to turn it on. Wait about a second or so. Then you want to press and hold to bring you into the Bluetooth subsetting menu right here. Okay. Then you want to press and hold again to take you in deeper. Right there. And then you want to tap on this setting right here that says go to Bluetooth settings. This is going to take you into the main Bluetooth settings on your iOS device. Then you just want to turn it on. You want to make sure it's scanning for nearby devices and your iOS device is prepped. So that's how you turn on Bluetooth and prep your iOS device. Okay, let's put this down. Now we're going to do something similar on Android, and in my opinion, prepping your Android device for pairing Bluetooth devices is a little bit easier. So we're going to just turn this on. Going to use our fingerprint to unlock this. Then we're going to go into the settings, which is right here for me. Then we would go to Bluetooth and then turn on the Bluetooth, but there's an easier way to do that. From your main home screen on your Android device, you just want to swipe down twice to bring up your quick toggles. Then you want to tap on the Bluetooth quick toggle right here. Give it a second to turn on. Then you want to press and hold on it to take you into the Bluetooth subsetting menu. And then you want to tap on pair a new Bluetooth device. This will make sure that your Android device is scanning for nearby Bluetooth devices, and now your Android device is prepped and ready to go. Now, let's put the earbuds into pairing mode. Now, there's two ways you can do this. You can press and hold the touch-sensitive areas on the earbud themselves for about 6 seconds to power them on, and then you just want to wait for them to automatically go into pairing mode, or you can press and hold it again for another 6 seconds to force it into pairing mode, or you can just put the earbuds in the case, make sure they're seated properly, and start charging. Close the case for about a second, open the case, take them out. They should automatically go into pairing mode. You're going to get some audible prompts letting you know powered on and then pairing mode. And then you should see a white and red flashing LED indicating that the buds are in pairing mode. I'm going to demonstrate that for you right now. Okay, so let's open up the case and let's drop in the earbuds. So again, don't roll nowhere. Stay there. Don't roll nowhere. Open the case up and just line up the pins. Make sure it drops in, and you can see it turns white to power off, and it turns red when it's charging. You can see the red light right there, and it's charging, and it's got a proper seat. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. Turns white and then turns red, and you can see it's charging right there. Close it for a little bit. Wait for about a second. Okay, that's good. And then we're just going to open it, take it out, and you can see, I don't know if you heard it, but it said power on. And you can see now it's in pairing mode, and you see your red and white flashing LEDs. Okay, and now you can pair it up with either device of your choice. So let's do iOS first. So you can see back on our iOS device, we just want to look for the SoundPEATS Mini Pro HS right here. And we're going to tap on that, and it's going to pair right up. And you can see it's connected, and now it's paired up to our iOS device. That's how you would connect it up to your Apple device. Other than that, you want to go out and get your SoundPEATS application. This way you could access your additional features. I'll be sure to link up that application down below in the video description. But that is how you would pair it up to your iOS device. Okay? All right, so now let's put it back into pairing mode. Let's turn off Bluetooth here. Okay, it's going to disconnect. It gives you a nice little audible prompt. You wait a little bit, and it's going to go back into pairing mode. After about 6 seconds or so, it should go back into pairing mode, and you're going to get your flashing LEDs. Okay, so let's just wait a little bit there. And then we'll do the same thing on our Android device. So you can see now it's went back into pairing mode. Took literally like 6 seconds. And then we'll just repeat the steps on our Android device. So let's wake this up. Let's unlock this. And let's scan. It's scanning for nearby devices. And there you can see, we just want to tap on the SoundPEATS Mini Pro HS Truly Wireless Earbuds. Okay. And that will start the pairing process. And we want to confirm the pairing process by clicking pair. And boom. Now it's connected up to our Android device. All right, so really good stuff there. Really good stuff there indeed. Now, you can see your battery percentage on Android from the sub Bluetooth settings menu. So you can see right there, we got a nice little active indicator and our battery percentage. But if we swipe up to go home, then we swipe down twice to bring up our quick toggles, you can also see your battery percentage from the quick toggles area along with your connected device. All right, so that's how you would see your battery percentage for the earbuds on Android. Now, if we disconnect Bluetooth, you have something similar on iOS, but it's a lot easier on iOS to see your battery percentage. So let's turn back on Bluetooth, and it should automatically reconnect. If it doesn't, we'll just tap on it. Okay, and it's connected. Now, on iOS, you will get a battery indicator for your Bluetooth earbuds right here in the corner in your action center, right? So that's one way you can see the battery percentage of your Bluetooth connected device right there in the action center on your iOS device. But also from your lock screen, if I turn off my display and turn it on, you can see we got a nice battery percentage indicator right here on our lock screen on our iOS device. All right. And in my opinion, that's a lot cooler than how it's set up on Android. Now, you do have the same thing on Android, but this just looks a lot cleaner in my opinion on iOS. But you do get something similar on Android with the Bluetooth connected here, right? So let me show you that as well, because you know I'm all about being comprehensive. So let's turn off Bluetooth over here. Okay, let's reconnect Bluetooth over here, and let me show you how that looks on the lock screen of your Android device. Okay, and let's turn the Bluetooth back on. And the Bluetooth is on, and it should automatically reconnect. Now, if it doesn't, we can just go ahead. See, it did it. It automatically reconnected once the Bluetooth was on because I turned it off on my iOS device. So, I showed you how you can see the battery percentages on here with your device unlocked, but also from the lock screen, if you turn it on, you can also see your battery percentage here. Now, I have it set up to hide certain things on the lock screen, so that's why you can't see it, but you do get something similar on your Android device, similar to what you get on your iOS device. But in my opinion, it's a lot cleaner and a lot more straightforward on iOS than it is on Android, but you do have more ways to see it on Android than you do on iOS. Okay, and Android is really good at giving you the device name and the actual percentage, whereas on iOS you get more icons, than you do actual percentages. But that goes over the pairing steps on how to pair up your SoundPEATS Mini Pro HS truly wireless earbuds on either an Android device or an iOS device. All right, so now what I'm going to do for everyone is I recorded some clips earlier, and these next set of clips is going to walk you through the overall, okay, application and the features associated with the application, along with walking you through the overall Bluetooth earbud button controls. So I'm going to insert both of those clips now, one after the other, and then we're going to come back and I'm going to continue on with the rest of the full review. So I hope you find these next clips helpful, and I will see you guys on the other side. Peace for now. All right, everyone. Now, in this portion of the video, I want to take everyone through all the features and functionality of the SoundPEATS companion application. And then in the next portion of the video, I'm going to take everyone through the Bluetooth button controls for the SoundPEATS Mini Pro HS truly wireless Bluetooth earbuds. So without further ado, let's dive into this section of the video. Let's go. Now, starting off here, you can use the earbuds without using the companion application, but to get all the features, so you can take advantage of all the features that your SoundPEATS earbuds or headphones offer, you definitely want to use the SoundPEATS application. Alright, so you can see you just go out and get the SoundPEATS application from the Play Store or App Store of your choice. I'll leave a link to this down below in the video description just to make it easy for you guys and gals. But this is what you want right here, the SoundPEATS application. Now, once you launch the application, it's going to prompt you to make a user account and then sign in to your user account. That's one thing you have to do in order to take full advantage of all the features with your SoundPEATS product and the application. You can't gain access to all the features without making a SoundPEATS account. Alright? So we're going to get into that into 1 second here. But I just want to verify that you can see I do have the SoundPEATS Mini Pro HS truly wireless earbuds connected to my device. So let me jump into the settings here and show y'all that it is connected. Okay. And now we're just going to launch the application. And when you launch the application, it's going to sign you into your account. It's going to scan for your connected SoundPEATS product, and it's going to populate the main screen of the application. So here you can see that it scanned and it noticed that the SoundPEATS Mini Pro HS was connected to my device, and it populated it into the main home screen of the application, and it's telling me that the earbuds are at 100% charge. Alright, now from the main home screen of the application, we can do a few things more than just seeing the charge level of our earbuds. Now you can see on the bottom, you see two light blue menus here. Okay, one is a help menu, one is a reset menu, and they do exactly as the names imply. So if I click on the light blue help menu, you can see we can send feedback to SoundPEATS, we can contact customer service, we can go out to SoundPEATS official site, or we can take a look at recently asked questions if we're having an issue. Alright, so this takes you into directly what you need in case you're having issues with your earbuds. So that's that first shortcut, the help shortcut. Alright, and then right across from that, we have the reset shortcut. And as the name implies, the reset shortcut just walks you through how to reset your earbuds using the application. Now there is a way to reset the earbuds using the earbuds themselves and the charging case, but if you don't want to have to physically fight with the charging case, you can reset the earbuds through the companion application, which is a really nice touch in my opinion. Okay, I just wanted to show everyone this, and it walks you through exactly how to do it. I don't need to do that because my earbuds are working fine, but I wanted to show y'all that nevertheless. Let's get out of that. And then below that, we have access to more features, right? So to the left of our home button for the application, we have access to different features that the earbuds offer. So if I tap that, you can see I have access to controlling the volume, and I have access to an adaptive EQ and some preset EQs, as well as making my own custom EQ, right? Now, an important thing here is the adaptive EQ, right? The adaptive EQ gives you the ability, right, to customize the equalizer settings to your ears in particular and give you a custom profile, right? So if we tap on the right arrow, it walks you through what it's going to do. So this is very important to make sure that you get the absolute best fit possible with the earbuds via the included earbud tips, but this takes it a next step further by scanning it and then adding a custom profile based on your ears, right? So this, along with using the included earbud tips, is another way to guarantee the best possible experience with your SoundPEATS product. Alright, you just read and follow along. It's going to do some quick adjustments for you, and then you'll be good to go. Alright, and then it will give you a nice adaptive EQ based on the profile that it creates for you. Alright, and then other than that, you can see by default when you connect the earbuds, it turns on the SoundPEATS Classic profile for the EQ, but you can tap on the right arrow again and you can get a list of the preset EQs that SoundPEATS has installed. Now, throughout my entirety of testing these earbuds, I've left it in the SoundPEATS Classic EQ, which is what it comes on by default when you connect your earbuds and sign into the application. but realistically, I would probably toggle between SoundPEATS Classic and Bass Boost, because y'all know I'm a self-proclaimed bass head out here, so the bass has got to bump. There's no such thing as too much bass in my opinion. But those are your preset EQs, right? And then, as the name implies, we have a custom EQ. So you can go ahead and dial in the sound profile for the earbuds to your liking. And then if you mess up, you can reset everything with the shortcut reset button in the top right hand corner, and you're good to go, right? And then under that, we have quick shortcuts to our dedicated modes, right? Now, by default, when you connect up the earbuds, they come set by default to normal mode. But we do also have a very good ANC mode, or noise cancellation mode, as well as a very good transparency mode, right? So you can easily hear your surroundings. And then via a triple tap of the left earbud, we have access to our gaming mode. Now, if you don't want to have to deal with the capacitive buttons on the earbuds, you can toggle through the modes using the application, right? So very good feature right there. If I don't want to physically struggle with the buttons, I just jump into the application and then I could toggle through my modes. But there is another really good feature that the application offers, and that's the ability to disable the touch controls for your SoundPEATS products, right? In particular with these earbuds, that's really nice if you're doing something and you don't want to accidentally activate a feature, right? Primarily, when I use it in the gym, okay? Because sometimes when I'm in the gym, I just want to pick a playlist and let it play, and I don't want to accidentally switch or accidentally pause my music or switch between tracks. And then also when I'm in the bed, right? Because again, that's another area where you don't want to potentially have to accidentally activate something. So that right there, the ability to disable the touch functionality, is a really nice feature in my opinion. Okay? So that is the left bottom shortcut in the SoundPEATS application. Now if we go home, if you hit the right bottom shortcut in the SoundPEATS application, this will bring you to access for your user manuals for all of the SoundPEATS products, right? So not only do you get a physical user manual when you pick up your particular SoundPEATS product of choice, but you also get a nice digital barcode so you can get a digital version of that user manual. But if you just want to get that user manual without scanning that barcode, you could jump into the application and then you can find the user manual of your choice, right? And then download it and you're good to go. Now, if you don't have a particular user manual available through the application, they will take you to their official website to where you can get the information, right? So in particular, if you have a newer SoundPEATS product where they haven't uploaded a user manual yet, it will still drop you out to their official website so you can get official information like battery life stats, charging stats, or things of that nature. But this is a really nice feature in my opinion, so you can download the digital user manual without having to scan physical barcodes. Alright, so this gives you more options. So you can use the physical user manual that comes with your product, or you can download the digital user manual. So really nice touch there, SoundPEATS. Really nice touch indeed. Okay, and then we're almost finished here. Jumping back to the home screen now, there's a few more key crucial features that the companion application offers. So you can see if you hit the 3-dot hamburger menu in the upper left hand corner, this is where we're going to access some of our key crucial features. So you can see it's going to bring you to a pop-out menu where you can see if you're signed into the application, which you must be to access all these features. And then it's also going to give you an area where you can scan for firmware updates for your SoundPEATS products. Now, this is automatic, right? All you have to do is connect up your SoundPEATS product, right? And then you sign into the application with the product connected, and then you just tap on update firmware. It automatically scans and updates the firmware on your product to the latest version. So if there's any bug fixes or issues, you can automatically scan and update your earbuds just by hitting that one button. Right? No need to do any additional steps. So that's a really nice feature in my opinion. And you can see my particular earbuds are indeed up to date. Okay? And then another big feature here that's inside of that pop-out menu is messages from SoundPEATS directly. Now, the messages area is where SoundPEATS puts out notifications to their users and customers when there are issues with the product or when issues have been resolved. All right? So if you're having an issue, check the messages area in the application to see if your particular issue with your particular product has been resolved. And here you can see we do have a message from SoundPEATS notifying us that the adaptive EQ has now been added back into the application. It was recently removed because they were having issues with it, so they removed it from the application, and now it looks like they fixed it, so they've added it back into the application. Again, a really nice feature. It really eliminates some of the headache, because then you know, oh, I'm having an issue, but they're working on getting it resolved. Oh, I was having an issue, but it looks like they resolved it, and now it looks like everything is working properly. Really nice touch, SoundPEATS. Really nice touch indeed. Okay? And then last, but certainly not least, from that side pop-out menu here, if I can click it right, we have access to setting our languages, and as well as an about the application, which is also very important because that gives you access to the privacy policy, which lets you know what data SoundPEATS collects with their application and their products in general. Always important to know in terms of privacy what your privacy things are and what data is being collected from you. So really good stuff here built into the application. Really good stuff indeed. And that, guys and gals, essentially goes over all the features and functionality that the SoundPEATS application offers with any particular SoundPEATS product, even though I demonstrated it with the SoundPEATS Mini Pro HS truly wireless earbuds. This will work across any SoundPEATS product, and it really just depends if your particular SoundPEATS product has that functionality built in. Because if you check out my last SoundPEATS headphone review with the air conduction headphones, I was a little disappointed because the air conduction headphones don't give you a lot of features with the companion application. All right, so it really just comes down to whether or not your SoundPEATS product has that capable feature built into it to work with the application. And you can see for the SoundPEATS Mini Pro HS truly wireless earbuds, it does give you access to all the additional features via the companion application. All right, so that does it for this portion of the video. Now in the next portion of the video, I'm going to go ahead and walk everyone through the Bluetooth earbud button controls, and then we're going to jump right back into the full review. So as always, I hope you guys and gals enjoyed the video. I hope y'all find it helpful, and I will see you guys on the other side. Peace for now. Alright everyone, now in this section of the video, I'm going to go ahead and take everyone through the Bluetooth earbud button controls for the SoundPEATS Mini Pro HS truly wireless earbuds. Now you can see I have the earbuds in my ears here, and you can see if I swipe down, you can see I do have it connected to my Pixel 6a. Alright, just for verification purposes. And now I'm going to get into walking y'all through just what you can do with these earbuds. Now, in particular with the SoundPEATS Mini Pro, we have access to all the functionality in terms of controlling our device, except for going to the previous track or restarting the track. That is the one piece of functionality that we don't have with these earbuds, but we can do everything else, and we do have some dedicated modes that we can access as well, and I'm going to walk y'all through all of that good stuff in this section of the video. Now, in order to play or pause your music, you just double tap either earbud. So let me demonstrate. So if I double tap here, right, you get a nice little audible boom, and then it plays, right? Good. And so I double tapped on that side, and if I double tap over here, it pauses, and you get that prompt. So if you ever miss it, if you hear the prompt, that means you activated it. And you can see I missed it a little bit there. Okay, so once again, to play or pause is just a simple double tap on either earbud. So let me demonstrate again. Double tap, and it starts playing. Double tap again, and it pauses, right? Now, alongside that, you have a single tap on either earbud to control the volume. Now it's a single tap on the right for volume up, and it's a single tap on the left for volume down. Let me demonstrate. So we're going to play the music, right? And then single tap on the right, and you see volume's up, and it volume's up. Single tap on the left, and you see it volumes down, and once again it volumes down. So a single tap on the right for volume up, a single tap on the left for volume down. All right, now let's say you want to go to the next track. Well, that is actually really easy. To go to the next track, all you have to do is press and hold on the right earbud for 1.5 seconds, and it will go to the next track. So essentially, you just press and hold till you hear the prompt, and then it will go to the next track. So here we go. Let me demonstrate. And I heard the prompt, and it goes to the next track. And we could do that again. Let me demonstrate. And it goes to the next track. I missed the touch there, my bad. All right, so to go to the next track is simply just a press and hold for 1.5 seconds. All right, good stuff there indeed. Other than that, to activate your voice assistant, you could say the voice prompt for the device of your choice, or you can triple tap the right earbud to activate the voice assistant. So let's go ahead and check the weather now. So let's triple tap. And let's do it again. My bad, y'all. And you can see voice assistant comes up. I get my audio feedback, and then once I'm done, I tap out, and the music keeps playing. Right? So good stuff there. Good stuff there indeed. And then last but certainly not least, we have our EQs here. So to cycle through our EQs, we just tap and hold the left earbud for 1.5 seconds. And it cycles through. So now I'm in ANC mode. Okay. Then I do it again. Now I'm in transparency mode or pass-through mode. So now I can hear myself talking, as before I couldn't hear myself talking. Now I can. And then lastly, if I want to go back to normal mode, do it again. And now I'm back in normal mode here. All right. Other than that, if I want to get into the gaming mode, I triple tap the left earbud, and it's going to tell me gaming mode. So let's do that. And now I'm in gaming mode. And then to get out of it, I just do the same thing again, and it's going to tell me exiting game mode. and now I'm out of gaming mode. So that, guys and gals, pretty much goes over all of the core Bluetooth button control functionality for the SoundPEATS Mini Pro HS Truly Wireless Earbuds. Everything else is pretty much self-explanatory, so we do have a nice set of phone call controls as well, and I'm going to go ahead and put them up on the screen now in post for y'all to check out. And essentially, once you get them down, they're going to become like second nature. And that does it for this portion of the full review, taking you through not just the companion application, but also the Bluetooth earbud button controls for the SoundPEATS Mini Pro HS Truly Wireless Earbuds. Now I'm going to go ahead and jump back into the full review, and I will see you guys on the other side. Alright, so I hope you guys and gals found those last two sections helpful and enjoyable. And now let's continue on with the rest of the review. So we went over the pairing steps, we went over the companion application and its features, and we went over the Bluetooth earbud button controls. Now let's get into these next categories. The next category being the overall Bluetooth range and the overall Bluetooth strength. Now, as I said earlier, the overall Bluetooth technology built into these is Bluetooth 5.2, and it has a standard range of 10 meters or 33 feet. And basically, that range, as quoted by the manufacturer, is spot on. In my opinion, I had no issues with the overall Bluetooth range or strength, no issues whatsoever. But I did find I would have liked it to be a little bit longer than 10 meters or 33 feet. Some of the other earbuds that I've tested on the channel can go up to like 100 feet, 150 feet with no issues. So just having a pair of earbuds that hits the standard 33 feet, 33 feet. Yeah, I said 33 feet. It's kind of disappointing, but it is exactly as advertised. 33 feet. I kept saying feet. Whatever. Y'all know I struggle with the talking. Having a pair of Bluetooth earbuds that just hits the standard as advertised was a little bit disappointing, but it is what it is, and it was exactly as advertised. So to me, that means the overall Bluetooth range and strength on these is just okay to good. All right. Moving on now, let's talk about the next category. Let's talk about overall durability. Now, and y'all might be shocked to hear this, but I've been a good boy, okay? I've been a good boy with these. In my about 3 weeks with these, I have not dropped these, okay? So they have not dropped at all. Let me knock on wood because I don't want to jinx myself. But I've been really good with these and they have not dropped. But, big but, I have fallen asleep with these on often. And some may say dropping a pair of earbuds is one thing, but whether or not they can survive after you fall asleep with them on is a completely different beast. And any of my physical friends that know me in person, comment down below. But I am a notoriously bad sleeper. I don't sleep well at all. And when I do sleep, I do toss and turn. So for these bad boys to survive a sleep test, that gives them high marks in the overall durability category. And y'all know, if y'all have been subscribed to my channel for any length of time, I have broken many of earbuds and headphones falling asleep with them on. So the fact that these bad boys survived, I can't even say survived, and are in mint condition, even though they have not been dropped, that is still a testament to the fact that their durability is actually top notch. Okay? So I can't talk about the overall drop durability, but I can talk about the overall fall asleep durability, and these earbuds are top notch in that regard. And even further still, the fact that these are built out of plastic should help with the overall drop ability of these. But you still want to be extremely careful when we talk about the durability of earbuds, because one good drop could ruin your earbuds, just like falling asleep with your earbuds in can ruin your earbuds if you drop on the pillow the wrong way and they get scrunched or pinched, or if you sweat a lot while you sleep, they can overload the overall waterproofing or water resistance ability and overheat and die. So this is just a testament again to how the overall durability is really good on these earbuds. But still, please be really careful with these, because all it takes is one drop or one bad sleep and they could be gone. But at least in my testing, with my experience, the overall durability on these is top notch. Okay, let's move on now. Up next now, let's talk about the overall charge times and the overall battery life of these earbuds. Okay, now before we talk about my results and get into my experiences, let's talk about manufacturer's estimates. Okay, now the manufacturer estimated that these earbuds, depending on the mode that you use them in terms of battery life, should get you anywhere from about 4.5 hours on a single charge to about 8 hours on a single charge, right? And then including the charging case, they should get you an additional 20 to 28 hours. Again, that's all estimates, that's depending. Or in actual numbers, that means that the charging case should provide you anywhere from 2.5 or 2.5 to 3.5 or 3.5 additional charges. Okay? That's the manufacturer's estimates. And again, in terms of charge times for the buds and the case, there were no estimates that I could find. So I had to play that next area by ear. All right? But that goes over all of the manufacturer's estimates. Okay? Now, moving on to my particular results with the overall battery life and the overall charge times, let's dive into it. Now, one thing that I want to mention, as I alluded to earlier, I am what you would call an extremely heavy user. Okay? That being said, I did test these earbuds at 35% volume and 50% volume respectively. And these are what my particular results are going to show. All right? So, in terms of using the earbuds in stereo mode, I did indeed average what the manufacturer quoted. I averaged between 7 to just over 8 hours on a single charge, okay? And then including the charging case, I averaged from between about 15 to 16 hours, all right? So if you put those together, that does hit the manufacturer's estimates. That's in stereo mode. And then in independent mode, you would just take one and double it, right? So in independent mode now, I averaged from 9 hours to just over 12 hours on a single charge. And then including the charging case, I averaged anywhere from 18 to 24 hours, okay? And including the charging case was getting me 2 additional full charges. Again, this is right on par with the manufacturer's estimates. Okay? So in terms of overall battery life, I would have to say it's just okay to good, because it's right on par with the manufacturer's estimates. And in my opinion, it's not so good, because Bluetooth accessories these days should be getting you at least a minimum of 10 hours on a single charge and above. But being as it was exactly as advertised, I would have to say it's just okay to good. All right? So that goes over the overall battery life, at least in my opinion, with my particular testing and my experiences. Keep in mind, your guys and gals results may vary because we all use our devices and products differently. Okay? But the two percentages that I could recommend is 50% or 75%. That was where I was getting a really good balance. Okay? But again, your results may vary. All right. Now, let's talk about the overall charge times for the buds, and let's talk about the overall charge times for the case. Now, talking about the charge times for the buds charged up in an average of about an hour and a half. Okay? Which is really good charge times in my opinion. Now, I always throw up my exact numbers on the screen. So although I'm using reference numbers in my head because I don't use notes, I will have my exact numbers thrown up in the video in post so y'all know exactly what I got. Okay? But I do believe the buds charged up in an average of an hour and a half, and the charging case charged up in about an hour and 40 minutes to about an hour and 50 minutes. So it was extremely close, and that is really good charge times for both. Okay? Now, let's talk about some things that you need to know in regards to charging. Now, when you're charging the buds, okay, and I was kind of disappointed to see this. When you're charging the buds, you only get two indicators. Put them in the case, it turns red while it's charging, and when it's fully charged, it goes off. That's it. That's all we get. That's it. Put it in the case, turns red while it's charging, and when it's fully charged, it goes off. That's it. Okay? Now, for the charging case, it's even worse. All right? For the charging case, you only really know or get a sense of the level when you're putting the buds in or taking the buds out. That's it. Those are the only times when you actually get a sense of what the charge level is for the case. All right? And the way that SoundPEATS laid it out, it is really nice. So, from 100% to 50% is green. From 50% to 25% is yellow. And then from 25% to 10% is red. And then 10% to 0%, you get a flashing red LED. Okay? And then when you're charging the case, all right, let me get a plug here. It's the same thing, but in reverse. So when you're charging the case, it flashes, okay? And again, red means it's between 0 and 10%, okay? And then yellow means it's in between 25% and 50%, and green means it's in between 50% and 100%, and when it stops flashing, that means it's fully charged, okay? So those are your indicators in terms of charging for the buds and the case. And in my opinion, those are the bare minimum you want to see for Bluetooth accessories, but that could have been a lot better in my opinion. They could have used a better implementation, okay? But I just wanted to point that out and show everyone in the video. But those are your indicators. That goes over the battery life. That goes over the overall charge times for the buds. Now, let's keep it moving. Okay? So up next now, I just want to briefly summarize the positives and the negatives of these Bluetooth earbuds. Then we're going to talk about overall pricing, availability. I'm going to get into my overall final thoughts and make overall final recommendations. Okay, so let's briefly summarize these positives and these negatives. And if you watch no other portion of this full review, as long as you watch the positives and negatives category, you should get an overall general idea as to how I feel about the earbuds and if I feel like they're worth it. Okay, and I will have a full list of the positives and the negatives thrown up in post for everyone to check out. So please pause the video when you see the list that you're interested in. And as always, I'm not perfect and I never claim to be. So if there's a positive and or a negative that I forgot to mention and you pick up these earbuds and you feel like you've experienced one, please leave that feedback down below in the comments. And remember to keep your comments respectful, please. And remember, only through providing feedback can we get improvements. If we don't provide feedback, then companies will think it's okay to rest on their laurels. So if you experience a positive or a negative, leave that feedback down below. Positives, that's things that companies know, okay, the customers like this, we need to keep that feature. Negatives, that's things where companies are like, okay, we need to improve on that or get rid of that or do better on that next time. So leaving our positive and negative feedback is very important because that determines what improvements we get overall. Okay? So please leave your feedback down below in the comments area and keep it respectful, please. All right? Let's jump into this now. So, talking about the positives first. The overall build quality is top notch. The overall design is really good. These bad boys do offer a really solid core feature set. The overall sound quality on these bad boys is top notch. The overall volume on these bad boys is top notch. And the overall bass on these bad boys is really good. Okay? The overall microphone performance, or i.e. the mic quality, is top notch. Okay? The overall Bluetooth range and strength on these is just good or okay because it's exactly as advertised. So I might put that in the positive area, but I might put that in the negative area as well because I wanted that range to be a little bit more. The overall durability on these is top notch as well. And the overall charge times on the buds and the case is top notch. And these earbuds are offered at a really good price, whether you buy them brand new or used. We're going to talk about pricing and availability in a little bit here. But that goes over all of the positives. Okay? Now, let's jump into these negatives. Negative number one, and y'all already know what I'm about to say. The overall battery life on these earbuds definitely needs to be improved. Okay? Negative number two, I would have loved to have seen wireless charging built into the charging case. But we get nothing. We got nothing. It does nothing. And for the price, you should really have wireless charging in here, but we got nothing. Okay? So that's negative number two right there. Negative number three, although the bass on these is really good, the bass overall, I feel as though it can use a little bit of improvements. Okay? So that's another negative right there. Negative number four, I would have loved to have seen a percentage readout display built into the charging case. You know, a little percentage indicator, and y'all have seen this on other earbuds that I've reviewed in the past, where it tells you the percentage on the charging case, but you get a little bit of indicators as to the full charge of the buds. I would have loved for that to been I would have loved for that to have been incorporated into these, especially for the price. Okay? Prime example. And y'all know I got to give you examples. I got a bad boy with that is basically available at the same price right here. The Lava Beans. And the Lava Beans, the newer generation, does support wireless charging. So again, percentage readout display, letting you know the charge level for the buds, and then you get a percentage for the case. Now it's almost dead, that's why it's so low. I need to charge the case. But SoundPEATS, y'all could have easily implemented something like this and that would have eliminated all the guesswork. Okay, so y'all know I had to give you an example. And the newer generation of the lava beans does support wireless charging for the same price as the SoundPEATS. Alright, so I would have, again, really loved to have seen a built-in percentage readout display to eliminate all the guesswork. But it didn't have one, so that's another negative right there. And that, guys and gals, basically goes over all the negatives of these earbuds. So, what is that? We had like 12 positives to 4 negatives, I think. Check out the list. But that summarizes the positives, and that summarizes the negatives. Now let's keep it moving. Let's get into the final part of this video. Let's talk pricing. Let's talk overall availability. Let's talk final thoughts. Let's talk overall recommendations. Now, I got to let you guys know, in the interest of full disclosure, shout out to the homie, Lon Sybin, I like that. In the interest of full disclosure, this product did come in thanks in large part to the Amazon Vine program. Meaning, all I have to do is use the product and give my honest experience or honest written review of the product and post it on Amazon, and then these bad boys are mine to keep. So I paid absolutely no money for these. But that in no way, shape, form, or fashion influences my overall opinions. Y'all know I reserve the right to keep it straight 100 around here. Alright? That being said, let's talk about overall pricing. Alright? Now, I did do my research, and these bad boys are available in new, used condition, brand new condition, ranging in price from about $48 to $60. And at that price point, you guys and gals are probably wondering, can I recommend that you guys and gals go out there and pick these up? Well, if you're okay with the negatives that I pointed out and none of those negatives are deal breakers for you, then yes, I could recommend that you guys and gals go out there and pick these up. That being said, okay, the most you want to pay for these is $60. If you pay more than $60 for these, you paid too much. And being as you can find them in used, like new condition for, I think the approximate price was about $48, I would definitely say when they go on sale, depending on condition and pricing, if you can get them for about $40 to $50, then this is a definite pickup. Okay? But do not pay more than $60 for these. Over $60, I feel as though they're not worth it. But at right around $60, these are definitely worth it in my opinion. Okay? So that, guys and gals, pretty much does it for this full review. As always, if you enjoyed this video and or you found it helpful, please help your boy out by giving the video a thumbs up. That really does help me out. You don't know how much. If you would like to see more coverage like this or content like this, also feel free to hit that subscribe button down below and make sure you click off the notification bell icon right next to it so you guys and gals get notified when I publish new videos. Okay? Or you can feel free to follow me across all the social medias. This way you're guaranteed to get notified when I publish new videos. Okay? So I'll leave all my social media links down below in the video description as well, along with all of my extended coverage of these earbuds. Okay? Along with that, if you're interested in picking these earbuds up, affiliated buy links will also be available down below in the video description. And as the name implies, you pick up these earbuds using those links, I do get a small percentage of kickback that I do put back into the channel, and that's at no additional cost to you guys and gals. So that's a win-win for everyone in my overall opinion. Okay? And that makes the video description a true one-stop shop for you guys and gals. Everything that you should need if you're interested in these earbuds should be linked up down below in the video description. So if your interest is piqued, down below in the video description should be like a one-stop shop for you guys and gals, and you should be good to go. Okay? That being said, this whole video here today was recorded with a combination of cameras from the S10e, okay, in 720p, and a combination of cameras from the Google Pixel 6a. All right, so please let me know what you think of the overall video quality. Please let me know what you think of the overall earbuds in general. Please leave all your feedback down below. Okay, your feedback is greatly appreciated. Okay, and if you have any questions about this product that I did not cover in my coverage of this product, please leave your questions down below in this video. I do try to answer all questions in a timely fashion. Just remember to keep it respectful, please. All right, that pretty much does it for this one. I hope everyone is out there having a great day. I hope you guys and gals are staying safe out there, and I will catch everyone in the next one. We are out of here. Have a good one, everybody. Peace.